Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and this is part 2 of PlastiDip in the 350. Alright, so as you can see, I already got quite a bit done. I set up my little paint tent. So I basically just, it's just 2 tents and some plastic around here. I ended up putting some plastic on this wall too to maybe cut down a little bit of the wind. Good idea, bad idea, I'm not sure. I also put plastic on the floor this time because last time when I did this, spraying the low ends of the car kind of got some of the gray on the driveway, which isn't a big deal. But so let me go over a little bit of how I set this all up so far. So basically, this is just a preliminary. Taping. So I used the tape and drape that came in the kit to do down both sides of the windshield, and make sure when you do yours that you tape down this part really good and make sure there's good separation between this edge of your hood and this section here, because it does get pretty close. So we got all that, and we did tape and drape down both sides, and it actually comes all the way down underneath the headlights and goes all the way down underneath and wraps underneath. So we got all that behind the grill covered, everything like that with this tape and drape. Mirrors are off the car, so that was easy to do. There's a pretty good separation here between this gasket and this window, so that all worked out really good. It's great separation here. We're going to end up doing a peel when wet piece of tape along this trim right here, and also along this window and along the front window. I went ahead and I taped this off here, and I also put some tape behind this seam and also behind this seam and in the door handles here, just to kind of keep some of the PlastiDip out of there. Other than that, everything else is pretty good. I did put a piece of tape inside of this edge here too, and yeah, that's about it. So what we got to do now is we need to finish up the finish taping with the yellow finer tape. So we're basically going to be going around this whole window, along this strip here, and then along 3 sides of this window. So, and those are going to be the only peel when wet sections that we have. So that'll be really nice. I did tape and drape over the wheels too. They do make nice canvas bags. The only other thing we're going to do besides that is I'm going to go ahead and just get some grocery bags and just kind of stuff them in these openings around my wheels, just to kind of keep the PlastiDip out of the wheel well area. And well, we got to put some finish tape on these rear lights too, we didn't take out. But other than that, we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that set up, and then we'll clean it off with the I can't remember what they call it, but the stuff you use that you clean right before you start PlastiDipping. So we'll go ahead and wipe the whole car down twice with that, and then we'll get to spraying.
We have readings over Kansas that were very pleasant today. However, we are looking for a new front to begin to drift south and eastward. The central and eastern parts of Kansas will very probably be cloudy in the morning, and then western Kansas will begin to get increasing cloudiness by tomorrow afternoon. Today, however, very, very pleasant reading. 73 up in the Goodland area, 72 at Garden City, 70 reported by Dodge City and Liberal, 72 over by the good folks of Garden. Ponca City, Blackwell area, 68 degrees today. Winds southerly at about 15 with gusts of 25 miles an hour. Barometric pressure 30.00 and is rising. And no precipitation. We're about a half inch behind, half inch ahead for the year, and 1 5300ths behind for the year so far. We'll be looking for a little bit of a change tomorrow.
All right, so the car is gray now. Unfortunately, you guys missed the base coat. My camera decided to have a full memory card, and I only have one right when I started. So, yeah. But anyway, so here's the gray. Turned out pretty good. I was having one spot, and I'll show you what originally happened. But basically, some moisture is trapped in here. Look, there it is. See? Oh god. This part was giving me a bunch of trouble. There's some moisture trapped up in here underneath of the spoiler. So yeah, that's the only spot that really looks bad. There was some small drips on this side, but they kind of self-leveled out, so it worked out great. We're on the color, so I'm going to start spraying some purple.
Behind it, and a few pockets of low pressure, and a fairly heavy band of rain showers and snow all the way from the eastern portions of Montana down to western sections of Nevada, and of course the massive high picking up warm moist air from the south, bringing it northward. So when the two masses collide over Kansas, we are looking for some precipitation, and we'll talk about that.
So I am done. That was coat 4, which I don't think you saw, but you get the idea. Everything came out pretty even. I was having trouble with the hood, and it's still got a little bit of tiger striping, but that's so hard with the flake. But I got all my wet peel sections off. They turned out pretty good. There's a couple little spots we might touch up with some thinner acetone, but got this peeled off on both sides. The rest of this shouldn't be an issue. At least I hope not. And then I got the back window off. My god, it looks so good. I cannot wait to see it in the sunlight because it's a freaking beautiful color. I did go ahead and get this all done. You can see I lost a little piece there, so might have to try to touch that up a little bit with a Q-tip or something. But that's just a blossom. But yeah, everything turned out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and let the PlastiDip settle up a little bit more while I clean out the gun and get some stuff cleaned up, and then we'll come back out and rip the rest of the plastic off. Well, car turned out great. Whew. Definitely like the color. Everything turned out pretty good too. So this is waxed up, which, by the way, for anybody who cares, this is the stuff I used last time. I know it's not dip coat, but it works fine. Doesn't really, like, maybe makes the PlastiDip a little bit more sheeny, but it really just helps with the feel. It doesn't feel gritty anymore. It feels really smooth, which is nice. So overall, it looks great. So there is a tiny bit of tiger striping on the hood, which you can't really see unless you look real close. That I did an extra coat on the hood, and I just couldn't get it to go away. But the only other spot was obviously right here, which we already knew about. You can see it's already lifted here. So I didn't really like this spoiler anyway. I wanted to get a different one, so looks like it just gives me an excuse to do that. The new spoiler I'm getting is also bigger, so you know, we'll see how that works out. I might have to re-PlastiDip the hatch, but I do have a little bit of extra paint, so not a big deal. Unlike the 300ZX, which was a custom color, this is a off-the-shelf color, so we can always just order another gallon if we need it. It definitely looks good. I mean, it's like got quite a bit of metallics in it. And then I don't even know if I showed you guys, but there's the mirrors that we painted. They match the handles perfectly, which is just awesome. And then obviously the gold wheels with the purple lug nuts just matches everything very well. I got it pretty much all put back together. I have to put my driver's side door panel back on the inside. And I did, there's the color matched panel there, which looks really nice. And we'll go ahead around and check out the engine bay real quick too. Engine bay also turned out really nice. I don't know if I told you or showed you or what, but I did paint the strut bar too. So, turned out pretty good. How long it lasts, I guess we'll see. But overall, pretty awesome. And definitely like it. Definitely like the color. It's a lot of work. It ended up being 3 coats of the Avalanche Gray, which was about 1.5 gallons, and then it was 4 coats of the Poison Grape, which was almost all 3 gallons. I probably got about 1/3 of a gallon left, which I'm probably reused to redo the hatch. So you definitely need that second size up kit to do a 300CX. If you're doing a 350Z, if you're doing a metallic color. I think that if you were doing a flat color, it probably would have been fine. I just think I needed the extra coats because of all the metallics and to kind of try to make them look right. So worked out good, and I'm very happy. Really, that trunk's the only spot that like looks bad. I mean, there was some drips on the passenger door. You can't even see them anymore. There was some small drips on the driver's side. They self-leveled out. So everything else looks fantastic, and I'm super happy. I also did shine up my headlights. I don't know if anybody noticed but from before, but you know, obviously you can just go online and look up a headlight restoration kit. But yeah, so that's about it for this video. I'm super tired, and I'm going to relax, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.